For this project we're using wood straight from a tree, wet and unseasoned, and this is Norwegian willow. Because the wood is wet, it turns easily. A good turner should be able to rough out probably 5 or 6 of these an hour. As always, with this kind of work, after a little while, the blade starts wandering, and it's usually because it's got gummed up. To clear this, all you need to do is give it a little wash in warm water. Finger pressure is enough. No fancy wire brushes or anything, just finger. So I'm using a screw chuck as the simplest of all. Literally, hole drill there. I have altered the thread, because the threads on some of these screws are not very good for holding fast. This is an old coronet wood turning lathe. That holds itself really fast. It should bounce about a bit. Oh, not bad, not bad. But I can actually feel the water coming out of this. It's that fresh. This is a deep flute bowl turning gouge, not that deep flute, but relatively deep, and it's not that big. It should do nicely for the outside. As you can see, the tool rest is below the centre, not an awful lot, but just a little below. As I said, it's a little bit woolly, tearing up here. But this is just willow, so there's a tear here. We could probably get away with sharpening the tool on that, but I'm not really too worried. And the same here. We want a little foot here for putting in our chuck. We're not going to use a special chuck, just an ordinary chuck. The idea is to produce a piece of work fast and efficiently. Ordinary high-speed steel gouge laid on its side. Well, it's slightly above centre here, that's not too much of a problem yet. You can actually drop the centre a little bit there. Now, as I'm looking from this side, I can see that it's jolly nearly flat. Now we want a slight lip here to grip. Use the chuck to grip. We're not going to do a dovetail or anything. This is where we use the ordinary gouge, and this is where we use the special gouge. In fact, it looks slightly better with the ordinary gouge. So we'll see if we can fix some of this with the ordinary one. So again, we're laying it on its side, and I'm going to give it a little gentle stroke. There we go. We'll start off with a deep bowl gouge, see how we go. put the bevel against the work like that and slightly move it until the leading edge is actually in the work. It's actually bouncing here, I can feel that, so I need to back off slightly and perhaps do a little bit more without the bevel. Here we have a clear example of a bevel being well away from the work. Just the front part of the tool here. This is a bowl we are turning wet, and we want it to dry wet. We're not going to spend a lot of time using other techniques on drying. We just want it to dry as it is. So we're going to make this relatively thin so it won't split. There arises slight problems because the curve in the bottom here is going to be difficult. At the moment we can angle the tool nicely. We can even use the outside rim here as a lever to go across. But when it gets deeper, it's going to be problematical. We'll see if we can change the angle of the tool. That went quite well, and the little angle there, which is so difficult, the problem there's nearly been solved. Yeah, but we still got a little bit too much here. Yeah, I'd say over 15. The thickness is about 6 millimeters. We may get away with that if we're fairly careful. So we start way in this time. That is nearly perfect. It's slightly thicker here, but we've taken about 5 mil off, so we've got about 10 mil there. So that's good. That's good. Right, let's just clean up the lip here. Right, this way. Take a little bit more. Let's see how it looks. Now what can we do about this? It's not all that nice. We've just touched up the outside here. And there should be a little lip on the inside. So we're going to give that a tickle. Just like that. And if there's any burr there, it'll have bent down. So we're going to do it once more. That should remove any burrs. Just very gently stroking, very gently. Actually, it doesn't look any better, but we'll see. No. There she is, it's still there, but it's better. No reason why you can't use paper on wetwood. I'm not going to take any really big precautions over this. It'll probably split, it may even be split so much that it's not usable. But nonetheless, it's interesting to find out.